What's up, everyone? Coach Dan back again to introduce day 5 of our All Out Mayhem series. So another tough workout. I know you guys have been enjoying these All Out Mayhem workouts. Today we're focusing on some upper body strength movements and combining those with some cardio conditioning movements as well. If you'd like to join us, as always, on Zoom, go live with Coach Charlie at 10 a.m. Be great to see you there. And then straight after that at 11 a.m. we are doing the burpee breakdown challenge. That's another one of our 10-minute challenges. We're going to do this one together. So hopefully see you guys getting involved. And as always, posting and sharing on social media. Either way, guys, have a great Sunday. Take care. See you soon.
Welcome to day number 5 of All Out Mayhem. Congratulations to those of you that have already made it through 4 of our 6 workouts. Some of you may be hitting that mark today, and some may have come along just to get an extra challenge. And that's exactly what today's going to bring you. As if we haven't worked those muscles enough, we're going to be focusing on total body, crazy, chaotic movements, and I know you're going to love it. As always, we are going to start with a dynamic warm-up, but before that, let me introduce you to the team that we have with us today. Over here, we've got John. He's going to be showing you our options. And over here, we've got Devo that's going to be doing the all-out versions of every single movement. So follow along wherever you need to. Right now, we're going to head to the mat so we can start getting that body warmed up. Coming down to the ground, we're going to start with a combination movement, Cobra into Child's Pose for 1 minute before we move on. So laying all the way down flat, hands go on either side of your chest. Here we go. We're pressing up, away from the mat, eyes forward, and then bring your big toes together, press back and sit onto those heels, keeping your hands where they were. And then we're gonna come back to that Cobra. So lower down, bring that chest off the mat, and then toes together and sit back on those heels. Not only are we working on stretching out and warming up those muscles, we really want to work on that mobility, right? We're going through these exercises here to not only get your body warmed up, but your brain as well. We got to get the right things firing so we can make it through our total body challenge today. Let's go through a few more reps here, back and forth, before we head to our next exercise, which is going to be thread the needle. So one more time through, big toes together, sit back, and then let's walk our knees onto the mat. So we're gonna come into tabletop position. Tops of your shoes are gonna be on the floor. Hands are right underneath your shoulders. Taking your left hand, we're gonna drive it through underneath the right arm. Almost touching that shoulder to the mat, return, and we're gonna stay on that same side for 30 seconds. So reach through, come back up, reset. Every time we're going, we're trying to reach just a little bit further. Let's go 2 more times on this side. And then we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. All right, switch it up. Right hand goes underneath and we twist. We do twisting movements a lot every day, so this is a great thing for you to do, even if you're not warming up for a workout. Again, reach that shoulder just a little bit further to the floor. Pause maybe for a second, inch that hand out, and then bring it back. Our next exercise that we're gonna get ready for, right now we're gonna head into a plank position. So walk those feet out, high plank position here, so plank to plank pike. All right, from here, lift your hips towards the ceiling, press your hands into the mat, and then return back to the starting position. Reset yourself in plank, and then lift through those hips and press it back. We're really warming up those shoulders here. One thing that we want to pay attention to, just like you can see, John's tightening through those calves. He's pressing the balls of his feet into the floor as he's raising his hips up. So you go to your range of motion, contract that core at the top. Yep, press your head or your forehead down towards the mat and then return back. Let's move through just a little bit quicker here. So back and forth, we got about 10 seconds. Do 2 more good reps. Back and forth. And then we're gonna raise that heart rate up just a little bit more with a wide mountain climber. We're staying again in that high plank position, so let's get reset here. Big step forward with your right foot on the outside of your right hand. So big step. Let's hang out here for just a moment. Bring your feet back together, and then let's switch sides. Big step, open up that hip flexor, come back together, and then we're gonna continue to alternate. And as we go throughout this minute, we're gonna start to pick up that pace. We're just about halfway through. So let's move a little faster, guys. Left foot and right foot. You're trying to get that foot completely flat to the floor if you can, but you definitely want to move through your range of motion, being able to keep that back nice and flat. We have about 15 seconds here before we go into our final exercise. We starting to feel a little bit warm? Yeah, that heart rate's starting to come up. Maybe hitting that blue zone right about now. One more step, and let's bring it up to a standing position. Last exercise is our Cossack squat. Nice wide stance here. We're gonna go to the right first, my right. You're gonna drop into that heel, and that toe is gonna come off the ground, and then press back up. Let's go to the other side. Drop down and press back up. Nice job. Keep going side to side. You really wanna focus on sitting into that heel. So at the bottom of that Cossack squat, you should be able to wiggle those toes. Keep going side to side. Good, and really press back up so you're feeling it, warming up the back side of that body. We might be doing a little bit of legs because I did promise you it'd be a total body challenge today. Keep it up, guys. We got 15 seconds here. Nice job. Maybe drop a little bit lower if you can. Opening up those hips, getting everything warmed up. Heart rate again is coming up just a little bit. And we're ready to get started in block one. It's time for block number one. This is our first of 5 blocks that are going to follow the same pattern. We're going to pair a power movement with a strength movement. Now here's the thing, our strength movements are going to stay the same from block to block, but that power movement is going to change. So 30 seconds of power, 1 minute of strength. We're going to go through a few rounds. You guys ready to work? All right, let's get started with our first power move. It's a chair hop over. So what we're going to do is line up against your chair. Hands are going on either side, shoulders still stacked over those wrists. We're staying light on those feet. We've got 30 seconds, team. In 3, 2, 1, let's go to work. So we're side to side. Feet are staying right underneath those hips. Core stays nice and tight. Shoulders are stacked directly over top of those wrists. John's got a little bit shorter range of motion, but we're still moving nice and quick side to side. And you can notice Devo's going all out. Nice, big, powerful jump, but still keeping that core engaged. We've got just under 10 seconds here before we go into our first strength move, our bicep curl. Go ahead and relax in 3, 2, 1, but grab your weights. We're not done working. Standing set position right into our bicep curl, feet are shoulder width apart. From here, we're gonna glue your elbows into that rib cage and curl. Pinky to collarbone, uncurl nice and slow. Big thing to make sure of is not to lock those knees out and to keep that core braced. We're not swinging, we're definitely making those arms work. Keep moving through those reps. Strength, slow and controlled movements here. You'll get a chance to perfect this as we go from round to round. So again, take your time and pay attention to what muscles are working. Straight line from your ear down to that ankle. Hips are tucked under, belly button's pulled in, chest is up nice and proud. A little bit more power on the way up, a little bit more control as we lower back down. We have about 10 seconds left here before we go right back into that hop over. Let's get a couple more reps in, maybe 2, then we're setting them down and going right back to work. Here we go, guys. In 3, 2, 1, back to the chair. Right back into it, side to side. So we let that heart rate come down just a little bit. Now we're gonna bring it back up. Nice quick movement, nice job. We're kicking up those heels just a little bit. Feel free to increase that intensity if you're feeling good. We're already halfway through. Nice work, John. Good job, you guys. We're coming up on our second strength exercise. Couple more seconds. Keep going. Now in 3, 2, 1, eyes back up here. Let's get back to that standing set position. Roll your shoulders down and back. We've got an upright row. Drive your elbows up and out to the side. But again, shoulders and ears are not friends. We've talked about this before. So you want to keep them down and away from your ears, almost like you're pinching your shoulder blades together, pulling them down into your back pockets as you raise those dumbbells up. Think a little more power on the way up, a little more control as you lower those weights back down. Nice work. Good job, you guys. Again, at the top, squeeze up and back, and then slow and controlled, bring them back down. We have just about 15 seconds here before we go right back in to that hop over. Nice job. Again, keep those knees nice and soft. Still working that upper body. We'll give it a break in just a second. Nice work. We're gonna go right back into those hop overs. You ready? All right, let's do it. In 3, 2, 1, hands on that chair. Back in yes or yes. You know that's my favorite question or favorite answer to that question. Here we go. Back and forth. If you're feeling good, pick up that pace a little bit. Only 30 seconds of work. And we're already over halfway through. Nice job. All right, guys, keep going, keep going. 3 more seconds. Eyes are still down. 3, 2, 1, grab those dumbbells. We've got a deadlift to low row. Standing set position again, palms face in towards those thighs. Send those hips back, knees are soft, eyes towards the floor. And then from here, palms face in. We're driving your elbows up, past that rib cage, squeeze at the top. Return, palms towards your knees, and then drive through your heels and stand it back up. Lower down. Palms face in, squeeze those big back muscles, lower down, palms to knees, and then drive back up. We're already just about halfway through. Again, don't worry if we don't get a ton of reps in during this minute. We're focused on form, we're focused on mastering the movement, because you'll have 4 more opportunities to go through these exercises in our later blocks. Keep it up. We've got about 10 seconds, 1 more good rep here of this, and then you guessed it. Let's go right back to that hop overs. Set those objects down in 3, 2, 1, back to work. Here it is. Nice job. Core is nice and tight. Shoulders down away from those ears, so pinch those shoulder blades. Nice flat back. Nice height on those jumps. We're picking up that intensity. Nice work here, Devo. Keep it up. All right, we've got 10 seconds before we go into our final strength exercise of the block. This is definitely going to be a total body burner. In 3, 2, 1, grab your weights. We have our neutral half thruster. Back to your standing set position. Weights right over top of your shoulders. Let's drop down into that squat halfway and then drive and pop those dumbbells up to the ceiling in one powerful motion. Nice and slow, drive to the ceiling. Now, as you lower down, core has got to stay braced before you drive those dumbbells up. Your power is coming not only from your legs, but from your core. So it's almost like you're getting punched in the stomach. That's what you want it to feel like before you press those dumbbells to the ceiling. One powerful motion. Nice job. Catch yourself at the top, slow and controlled. Lower down into those heels, and up we go. We've got about 10 seconds here. 1 more round. 30 seconds of hop overs. Let's give it everything we've got before the end of block 1. In 3, 2, 1, let's take off. Here it is. Side to side. Don't worry about the height. Maybe just go a little bit faster. Really keeping those feet together and pressing off the ground. We're already over halfway. Come on, team. 10 seconds. Pick it up. Almost there. 3, 2, 1, relax. Block 1 done. Block number 2. As promised, we're going to keep it simple with the same pattern, but we've got to change up that cardio exercise. This time, it's going to be an incline running man for those 30 seconds where we're trying to drive that heart rate up, and then we'll let it come back down while we're still working through the same 4 strength exercises. So for our incline running man, we're still going to use that same chair. Shoulders are still stacked directly over top of those wrists, so same grip that we had, and we're going to take off 30 seconds, alternating driving your knees in 3, 2, 1. Let's go to work. Back and forth. Keep that core tight. Hang on to that chair. Stay light on your feet as you're driving your knee into your chest. A little bit of a higher intensity option over here with Debo. Keep in mind, you've got 5 rounds of these cardio exercises, so you can always increase that intensity a little bit as we go throughout this block. We've got about 5 seconds here before we hit our bicep curl. In 3, 2, 1, let's grab those weights. Standing set position, lock those elbows in, and here we go. Pinky to collarbone. Drive it up with a little bit of power, and then exhale, as we lower back down nice and slow. Nice job. Core stays nice and tight. We're not using momentum here. Chest stays proud. And if you feel like you're starting to swing, give yourself that extra count to recover there at the bottom before you power those dumbbells back up. You feeling that? Absolutely. Nice work. We've got about 20 seconds to get some more quality reps. Maybe think 1 count up and then count 3, 2, 1 as you... Oh boy! You guys know what that means. You've seen him before. 30 seconds. Stop what you're doing. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. We've got those burpees from Burpee Bob. Do we call that a gift? I'm not sure. It's an interruption. It's not a gift. We're going to help that heart rate get just a little bit higher. That's what's going to happen. Keep going. We've got about 8 seconds. Give me at least one more. Let's do it together in 3, 2, 1. Take a big deep breath, because guess what? We still got to go right into our incline running, man. We're going to raise that heart rate a little higher in 3, 2, 1. Grab that chair. Drive those knees up. Keep that core engaged. You thought you were going to get out of that round, but we just have to pause, reset, and go right back to it. If we're wearing that OTV, let's try to get into that orange zone in the next 15 seconds, and then we'll hit our strength exercise number 2. 10 more seconds. Nice job. John, we're shaking just a little bit. Keep working. Nice job. 3, 2, 1. And take that breath, but don't stop working. Grab those dumbbells. We've got our upright row. Shoulders down and back. Elbows are out to the side. Squeeze at the top and control on the way back down. Nice work. Knees are soft, and we're paying attention to all 3 anchors. Shoulders, core, and hips. That's what you always want to focus on when we're anchoring in what we call that standing set position. We're already halfway through. Straight line, ears stacked right over top of your shoulder. Slight pinch of the shoulder blades. Get that chest up nice and proud. Bracing through the core. And then tucking those hips under by squeezing those glutes together to keep that solid, stable body. We've got about 10 seconds here before we take it right back in to that incline mountain climber. Did you catch your breath? Oh, well, we're still going to take it right back into that mountain climber in 3, 2, 1. Let's go right back to work. That's a perfect response, Devo, because I bet she's not the only one. However, right now it's all about mind over matter. So regardless if we want to or not, we're still working hard because being uncomfortable is what makes us change. Nice work. We're already over halfway through. 10 seconds to go. And then we're going into that deadlift to low row. Here we go, guys. 3, 2, 1. Let's grab those dumbbells. We're familiar with this movement now, so let's get right to it. We're coming down. Remember, palms face in, drive it up, squeeze, release, palms face your knees, and then drive your heels into the ground. Make sure that you're keeping your eyes towards the floor so we're not arching that head back. Little bit of a pause at the top to really squeeze, activate the right muscle groups, the whole back side of that body. As you notice though, as we're coming down, hips are back, back is not rounded. So it's almost like you have a surfboard all the way on your back, and you can feel it in 3 points. Back of your head, right in between those shoulder blades mid-back, and then right there on top of those hips. Nice job. Reduce your range of motion if you need to, especially if you feel that back rounding. You guys ready to work again? Oh, wait a minute. I know what the answer was last time. Let's just do it anyway. In 3, 2, 1, let's go right back to those incline mountain climbers. Fast feet, come on. We're almost there. Second to last round here. Drive that heart rate up. Still breathing, halfway point. Keep it up. Looking good. Come on, keep your head down. You keep going at home. Just listen to my voice. I'll tell you right when we're going into that last exercise. 3, 2, 1. Grab those dumbbells. Neutral half thruster. Here it is, full body. Drop down and then press back up. Nice and slow. Down, push that floor away from you. So focus on engaging that core, again, bracing like we've talked about, and then you're pressing your feet into the floor. The harder you press down, the more power we're gonna generate to pop those dumbbells or objects or gallons of water, whatever it is you're using, up towards the ceiling. 30 seconds here. And then we've got one more round of our cardio exercise. Using this full body movement is also going to elevate your heart rate. All the muscles in that body working helps to burn even more calories with just one movement. We've got about 10 seconds. Nice work. All right, guys, one more round. Ready, team? Here we go. Everything you got for the last round of our incline mountain climbers in 3, 2, 1. Let's go to work. Yeah, last round. Come on. We're working hard enough. We're by the end of this, we can't talk to each other anymore. 15 seconds. Let's get to that breathless point. Come on, 10 seconds. Can you pick it up? Come on, drive those knees, drive those knees. We've got this. Almost there, all the way through to that finish line. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Block 2 done. Block number 3. You know what's coming up as far as the pattern, but you also know we have to change up that cardio or that power movement and keep our same strength exercises. You guys ready for this one? All right, it's gonna be a forward, backward, broad jump. So we're gonna start by sinking down into those heels. We've got 30 seconds here. We're moving forward and then right back with a jump. Watch John if you need that option. Let's get that heart rate up. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Jump forward, land soft, push off the ball of those feet, land soft, and then we're coming right back forward. Whatever feels comfortable to do with your arms, you go ahead and do that. So you're gonna see, we're coming back, brace that core, push off, burn through those legs. You guys feel it on that push backwards? Absolutely. A little bit harder to push off as we're going back, so we're not only elevating that heart rate, but also working on that stability. Let's hit our first strength exercise in 3, 2, 1, bicep curl. Grab those weights, back to that standing set position, and here we go. 1 count up, 3 counts on the way down. Again, set up with those anchors. So remember that standing set position we keep talking about. Chest is up nice and proud. Belly button is nice and pulled in. Bracing through that core. Hips are tucked under and knees are not locked out. We have a tendency to do that when we get a little bit fatigued, but keep that core for stability nice and tight. Don't lock those knees out. If you need to, you pause for a moment before you go into that next rep. Are we feeling it? Just a little bit quicker into this minute, right? That's what we want to do. We want to make change, which is why we do resistance training. We got to make sure you're getting uncomfortable to see that change. But right now, it's time to set those weights down. Let's go back to it. Forward, backward, 30 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Land and then push back. Now, if you need to elevate that heart rate just a little bit more, reduce your range of motion or how far you're moving forward and backward. You might be able to get a few more reps in, drive that heart rate up just a little bit higher before it comes back down during that resistance training. Nice job, staying nice and light. We're landing nice and soft. Time to grab those weights again. In 3, 2, 1, let's go to that upright row. Set it up just the same way. Get familiar with that. Here's the great thing about doing things over and over again. The more that we train your body to do that, the more you're gonna do that in everyday life. So if we can focus on keeping everything stacked, having that nice posture, then when you're not even thinking of it, you're actually gonna be in a better position as we're sitting at our chair, at our desk, working on whatever it is, especially these days at home, or when you're doing everyday movements, focusing on bracing your core and not overusing that back. Ten more seconds. Nice job. You guys ready to jump into the orange zone? Yeah, here it is in 3, 2, 1. Let's take it there. Back and forth. Power coming from those legs. Nice and quick. As you propel yourself backwards, push that ground away from you. If we're going a little bit shorter range of motion, you think you can get a little higher? Let's see if we can do that. Nice job, back and forth. We have 10 seconds here. Nice, you feel it burning, right? Quads, calves, hamstrings. 3, 2, 1, deadlift to low row. We're gonna light those hamstrings up a little more for you with this one. Letting that heart rate sink down, but also sinking those weights to the floor. Let's get right to it. As we talked about before, straight line from your ear down to your hip. So really focus on not rounding through that low back as you come down. Now, as we start to get a little bit tired, you can reduce your range of motion. You may look a little bit more like John, especially so we don't lose that contraction. We're already over halfway here. Nice, solid, good reps. In through the nose, out through the mouth. We're breathing as we bring that heart rate back down. Nice work. Keep it up. 15 seconds, maybe 3 more solid, good reps before you know what's coming up. Another 30 seconds of our forward, backward, broad jump. Here we go, guys. Set those down. 3, 2, 1. Let's take off. Forward and backward. Yes. Land soft. Nice short range of motion. Let's go. Back and forth. Here we go. Nice and quick, John. There it is. What's his face look like? I couldn't see it when I was saying it. Right? Oh, are you smiling? Good. That's a good thing because we're having fun when we're working in the orange zone, right? Less than 10 seconds here. Keep it up. One more full body exercise. In 3, 2, 1, neutral half thruster. Core is braced. This time we're sinking into those heels and pressing that floor away. Powering those dumbbells up. Now, as you're coming down, make sure that you're not arching your head up. So neutral spine, head stays in line with the rest of that body. And then we power up one powerful motion. Nice work. Slow and controlled, maybe that 3 count down, 1 count as we drive up. Catch your breath, then sink down into those heels. Last time through for this exercise, for this block, before we have one more 30-second effort. Resistance training is so important for your body. You are doing yourselves such a good service right now. Increasing that bone health, increasing your strength. How about increasing your heart rate? Let's do it one more time. In 3, 2, 1, last round. Forward, backward, and we're picking up the pace. We're using all the power that we've got left in our body for this block. Stay light on those feet. Push off. 15 seconds. You've got this. Keep it up. All right, come on, guys. Quick feet. Let's go, team. Let's finish strong. You've got about 5 seconds here. Whew, those legs are burning. 3, 2, 1. All right, another block done. Block number 4. Same pattern. New power movement. This is gonna be our star jump. All right, so that means a little bit more range of motion with your arms and your legs. So at the same time, we're gonna jump out nice and big, making a big star, and then come back down. You guys ready for our 30-second move? All right, your option, you watch John. All out, definitely take a look over here. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, let's go to work. Time to elevate that heart rate. Nice job. Option, regular jumping jack, or you can always take a big step out to the side and a big step back in. Look at that range of motion. Yes, we're kicking all the way back out. Nice work. 10 seconds. Stay with it here before we take it into our first strength exercise, right back to that bicep curl. In 3, 2, 1, go ahead and relax. Grab a hold of those weights. Let's think about the tempo. 1 count up, and then 3, 2, 1 as we lower back down. Now, as you go throughout these movements, this is our 4th block doing this. We might have to slow it down just a little bit, pause and reset when you need to, or you can always grab a lighter set of objects if you need to continue to move. But that fatigue, that tired feeling, maybe that burning that you might be feeling in those muscles, that's a good thing. That means we're causing change. And in order for you to see the results that you're after, which is why you're here, we got to make sure that we feel that and that we change our bodies from the inside out. Keep it up, you guys. We have about 10 seconds here before we take it back to that star jump. Nice job. One more rep. One more rep. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, take off. 30 seconds. Drive that heart rate up. Still, we got that beautiful range of motion over here. She's laughing through this. Are you kidding me right now? Good job, John. All right, we're just about halfway through. Power up. Pause and reset if you need to, and then power up again. You've got this. 10 seconds. It's all about coordination and power on this one. Almost there. Stay with it, team. 3, 2, 1. Grab those objects. We're right back to that upright row. Get set. Let's get right to it. Knees are soft. Hips are tucked under. We're driving up. Squeeze at the top. Feel the muscles that are working and control on the way down. Nice work. Eyes are forward. Chest is proud because we've already made it this far. We've already made it to block number 4, and we are still getting those solid reps in. 30 seconds down, 30 seconds to work. Keep it up. Drive those elbows up. Big deep breaths. Again, pause, shake it out, roll it out if you need to, and then go right back to work. Watch those knees. Make sure they're not locked out. All right, we've got 10 seconds left. Oh, no, not again. It's burpee pop. You already know what that means. We got 30 seconds. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Burpee time. I mean, you wanted to get your heart rate up, right? Didn't we want to get into that orange zone? We are halfway through. Keep it up. How about we do 2 more reps? Because guess what? Just because Burpee Bob showed up, that doesn't mean we can forget about those star jumps. Catch your breath. 3, 2, 1. Keep it up. Come on, right into it. Nice job. We still got that beautiful range of motion. Big deep breaths. Come on, team. We have 15 seconds. Keep moving. Keep moving. Come on. 10 seconds here. Stay with it. Stay with it. We'll catch our breath. We'll let that heart rate come down. In 3, 2, 1. Deadlift to low row. Grab those dumbbells. We're still working, but you can slow it down as we work through this exercise. Protect that low back. Nice job. Roll your shoulders back. Core is braced. And we're going right into that resistance training move. Make sure we're not locking out our knees here either. So you want that soft bend. Legs are staying relatively straight, and you're sending your hips back. A good thing to think about, if you had something in your hands and you had to shut the door behind you, you would rock back, right? Because we couldn't shut that door with something in our hands. So think about that motion anytime you go into that hinge. That way your weight will stay in those heels as you slide those dumbbells down the front of your legs. Let's get in a couple more reps. What's coming up, guys? Oh, they're too busy working. Here we go, another round of star jumps. In 3, 2, 1, let's go to work. Here we go, Devo. Yeah, she's making it look way too easy. How do you increase the intensity on this one? I'm not sure. 15 down, 15 to go. Whatever it takes, make faces, whatever you gotta do, there it is. Power through it, less than 10 seconds. Come on, we're almost there. One more rep. All right, 3, 2, 1, full body exercise. Grab those dumbbells, neutral half thruster. We're almost there. Talon off so she can see while we're working through this exercise, but we're right back to work. We're doing the best thing we possibly can working through interval training. We are working on increasing our cardiorespiratory fitness. That's the #1 indicator of you having more life. So that's how well your heart and your lungs are working together. And the more oxygen that your body can utilize at a time, the better off you're gonna be. That's why we go up and down and up and down. We've got 20 seconds here. That heart rate might be dropping just a little bit, but we're gonna have one more opportunity to drive it right back up before we complete block number 4. 10 seconds here, team. Keep it up. Oh, you might still be working. That's what happens when you do full body exercises. Let's put those dumbbells down one more time. 3, 2, 1. Here it is. Last round. Star jumps. We know what we do on our last round. We try to empty that tank. Not completely, but we will get a little bit longer recovery after this. So nice job. John's picking up the pace. 15 down, 15 seconds to go. Come on, Debo. Keep it up. Keep it up. 10 seconds here. 10 seconds, team. Keep going all the way through to the countdown. You don't stop moving until I say 1. Here it is. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Block 4 is done. Team, we made it to our final block, block number 5. We already know the pattern. We already know the strength exercises, and it's time to elevate that heart rate with high knees for our last power movement. You are so excited because you know we're going to earn at least 1 to 2 more splat points in this block. So high knees, that's what we've got for 30 seconds. Again, if you need an option, pay attention to John, but he's still going to be going at that higher intensity. 30 seconds on. Let's get started in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Alternating those legs. Light on those feet, driving one knee up at a time, elevating that heart rate. Now, we are gonna start to get breathless, but I'm gonna ask you to keep it at a push effort. Push effort is uncomfortable, it's breathy, we're not able to have a conversation, but we're leaving just a little bit in the tank as we go throughout our 5 rounds. Let's grab those dumbbells in 3, 2, 1. Let's take it to that bicep curl. Grab your dumbbells, really focus, or your objects, your water jugs, your water bottles, whatever you've got at home. 1 count up, 3 counts down. We're working consistent movement here. Take your time. Let that heart rate come down just a little bit. Nice job. Knees are soft. Don't lock them out. I know it's the last block, but we gotta keep that good form. Anytime we're working resistance training, form over the number of reps. If you start to feel like you're losing control of those 3 anchors, shoulders, core, and hips, you pause or you change your weight selection or your range of motion. It's always about good form, or else we reinforce the wrong compensation patterns, which can cause injuries. Right now, though, we got to elevate that heart rate again. Set them down. Here we go, guys. In 3, 2, 1, back to those high knees. Now it's up to you what you want to do with your arms here. It may be easier for you to hold those arms out in front so that you've got that goal, right? Driving 1 knee at a time up towards hip height, or you can pump those arms just like Devo is. Look at that form. Nice work here. We've got 10 seconds. Stay with it. Come on, come on. You know that heart rate's going to come down just a little bit on our next round. 3, 2, 1. Now you can breathe. Grab the dumbbells. We're still working. Upright row. This is our last round. Consistent movement. Nice job. I heard that big deep breath. Getting that oxygen back in. Coming back down into that green zone. But still working that good form. Nice job. Core tight. Don't let those shoulders inch up towards those ears. So as you pull up, down and back, shoulder blades down into your back pockets. So what you want to think about, objects are coming up, shoulder blades are going down. Just think opposite directions. One way comes up, one way goes down. We have 15 seconds here. Nice work, team. They're taking advantage of this right now because they know what's coming up, and so do you. We have less than 10 seconds before we hit those high knees again in 3, 2, 1. Let's take off. Now this is round 3 of 5. So let's see if we can pick up that intensity a little bit more. Within the first half, let's get to breathless. All right, you got 5 seconds to get there. Can we still talk? Can you talk to me right now? No, she can't. We got there. Nice work. 10 seconds. Come on, come on. Power through it. Yes, you can. Don't stop. In 3, 2, 1. Now you can relax. Grab those objects. Let's go right into our deadlift to low row. Remember, send those hips back. We talked about it in our previous block. You're rocking back on those heels like you're shutting the door behind you. Catch yourself in that hinge position by bracing through that core. Hug your elbows in tight to that rib cage and squeeze. We are using big muscle groups right now. Big back muscles, those big leg muscles activating the back side of that body. Keep it up. Already over halfway. Let's get a few more good reps in. Again, 3 counts. 3, 2, 1. Brace. Drive it up, squeeze. And then drive through those heels, squeeze at the top. Guess what, guys? It's time for some high knees. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Second to the last round. That means we're going right back to that nice high intensity. We're getting to breathless maybe in these first 10 seconds, and then we're gonna stay there, almost reaching that very uncomfortable point before our last strength move. Come on, John, fast feet. That was your halfway point. Can you give just a little bit more? Come on, come on, pick those knees up. There it is. Yes, drive them up. In 3, 2, 1. Relax, grab those weights. Last time through, neutral half thruster. Focus on your power because we're gonna keep that heart rate up just a little bit higher. Come on, we're going right to work here. You should already be moving. Down, power up. Down and power up. Brace it, brace that core, don't lose that. Sit into those heels. And we're breathing. You don't have to hold your breath on this. Let's get that oxygen back in because you're gonna need it for your final round of this block and of our working blocks, all right? We have just under 30 seconds here. Keep moving through those exercises and be thinking about how you want to leave this workout. Day number 5, you've made it. This is your last 30 seconds and your opportunity to leave it all on the floor. You guys ready for the last 30 seconds? Let's do it together, team. Set those objects down. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Let's go to work. Drive them up. We're having fun here because you know that we're almost done. Almost there. Come on, come on, come on. 15 seconds. This is it. Keep moving. Last 10. You got this. Can you pick up the pace? Here it is. All the way through. Come on. In 3, 2, 1. We're done. Whew. How are we feeling after that last round? We're ready to bring those heart rates down. We made it through all 5 blocks, a little bit longer workout today, and we earned that flexibility. We've got quite a few exercises here that we're going to go through for about 5 minutes to bring that heart rate down and stretch all of those muscles back out. Let's get started with an overhead side reach. So from here, standing set position, raise those arms up overhead. You can grab a hold of one wrist, and we're going to lean towards my right over to this side. We're going to stretch all the way down the outside of the left side of your body from doing those low rows. So we're pulling just gently on that wrist, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Let's inhale, we'll take it back up, switch to the other side, and then exhale as we bend to the opposite direction. Focusing on inhaling to a count of 3, exhaling to a count of 6. We want to go through at least 2 full breath cycles before we move on. Let's relax those arms down, shake them out. We're going to take it into a cross body stretch. So reach that left arm out, roll your shoulder down and back first, grab in front or behind that elbow, and then pull straight across. So we're really feeling this right in between those shoulder blades. Remember how we talked all throughout our workout on that slight pinch? Now's the time to relax and stretch. Go ahead and release. Roll your shoulders out again if we need to. Opposite arm comes out. Anchor that shoulder blade down, and then we want to hug it over. Shoulders and ears still aren't friends on this one, so we don't want to inch it up towards that chin. Keep it down and away. Big deep breaths, so you earned this flexibility block. All right, let's shake it out. We're gonna stretch internal rotators. So little tiny muscles in those shoulders. Hands are gonna go to the small of your back. Roll your shoulders down and back, and then press into that low back. Keep your chest up proud. You should be super proud of the work that we did for the 5 blocks today, right? All right, let's stretch that chest out. Shake them out again, arms up overhead. And then we're gonna drop your elbows down to about 90 degrees. Pinch your shoulder blades together on this one. The harder that we pinch them together, the more of a stretch you're gonna feel across the front of that body. Breathe, but keep that rib cage closed. So we don't wanna overarch that back here. We wanna still stay in alignment, core's braced as we stretch that chest out. One more stretch standing before we make our way down to the mat. We're gonna stretch out those quads. Yeah, you guys feel like we need to stretch those legs out, right? So we're gonna find our balance on our right leg and then bend, grab a hold of that left ankle. Make sure we're not pulling on our toe. So you wanna grab right on top of those laces. Knees are gonna be right next to each other. And then if you squeeze through those glutes, that's gonna open up that hip flexor a little bit before we switch to the other side. Go ahead and set those legs down. Find your balance on your other leg. There we go, we're grabbing that ankle or the top of those laces. And if we're having a problem with balance, here's a little trick. Go ahead and grab your ear, John, if you need to, right? Or you can grab your nose. You can even take your hand to that belly button. Make sure we're focusing on something that's not moving and we're continuing to breathe. All right, go ahead and release that. Let's make our way down to the mat. We're gonna get in tabletop position. Relax the top of those feet. Hands are gonna be right underneath your shoulders. Now here, we're gonna pick them up and turn them so that your forearms are facing away from you, and then sit back towards those heels. You want to keep the palms of your hands on the mat, so only go as far as you can to feel the stretch in your forearms. Now, if you're somebody that likes to grip those dumbbells, you might feel this a lot, so that's something to be aware of the next time you do a resistance training workout. All right, guys, child's pose, and then we're done. Big toes are together, knees are out. Walk those hands away from you, and just let that body melt into the mat. Big, deep breaths here. Another workout, day number 5 that we completed. Let us celebrate you. Take a quick snapshot of that OT beat summary, post it for us, and tag At Home Mayhem. Nice work, team.